Hey, how's it going, guys? Today we're going to be playing a game called Vintage Story that I just recently found. It's a survival game that's heavily based off of Minecraft. So let's get right into it. I love my Death Wish coffee in the mornings. Not a sponsor, but I wish they were. So when you start off, this is what your character looks like. You cannot currently customize them. I don't know if they ever intend for you to be able to, but you do get to customize an outfit. So we'll just go with this kind of ragged looking thing. Alright, and let's begin. So first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to find some stones, like these shell stones here. I don't think those are going to be useful for what we need. We'll also want to pick up some sticks along the way. There we go, loose flint. See, that will come in handy. That's what we're looking for. There are other types of stone that can be used. What we're doing is we're going to want to knap some stones to start making our first tools. And loose flint is the best I've found so far. I do think I've heard elsewhere that maybe obsidian is a better starting tool. But we don't have any of that right around here. Let me turn this game volume down. This is a bit loud. Okay. And we will be wanting to look for food along our way. These are cranberry bushes, but they do not appear to be ripe. Ah, here we are. Here's a ripe one. So you just right click on that and hold it until you get some berries out of it. Berries don't fill a whole lot of health, but they're good for early game food. So you definitely want to be on the lookout for those and pick them up along the way. Some other good early game foods would be mushrooms. Can be found, in dark, dense forests. Once you get some tools, like some spears and some other weapons, you can do some hunting. Like, see, there's a rabbit there. And of course, you'll need a fire to be able to cook the meat, which that is on our list of things to do here on day one. We definitely want to get the fire going. That'll be essential for the night because it's very dark and you'll just be sitting there for hours with nothing to do. You could press the M key to pull up the map, so we're going to go ahead and check that. I think I want to kind of head over in this direction. I've been over there last night when I was exploring this world. I didn't explore for very long, I just kind of walked in one direction and liked what I saw. Borax. Well, I'm not sure what borax is used for, but I will take it. Get some more flint. Alright, now let's go ahead and nap some of this flint down. So you'll want to hold shift to crouch and then right click on the ground to start napping it. First things you'll probably want are going to be an axe and a knife. So we'll go ahead and get a knife going, and so basically what you do is you click these that are glowing orange to nap your tool, and you only have to click the ones right up against the tool. So these that aren't touching it, just watch and you'll see. They just break away once you've disconnected them. So when we're done here, this will actually give us 2 knife heads, which is pretty nice. So we can take that, put it on a stick, and voila, we have a knife. Tell you what, we're gonna hold off on crafting another knife just yet. Okay, so now we have our first tool, a knife. And one thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to chop some of these reeds, and from that you get cattails. Cattails are useful for a few things, one of which being crafting a basket. As you can see down on our hotbar right here, you can hold 4 storage items, such as baskets, and that'll increase your inventory, because when you start, all you have is these 10 inventory slots on your hotbar. So we definitely want to increase our inventory as soon as we can. So we'll be on the lookout for some more cattails. That doesn't look like something we want to explore. Not right now. Go ahead and eat these cranberries. So I didn't mention it before, but it's kind of just common knowledge in this type of game. But here on the left side of the hotbar is your health, and on the right side here is your hunger bar. This one in the middle is pretty new. It's very specific to this game. That is your temporal stability. Quite frankly, I haven't played the game or looked into it much, so I'm not super familiar with what that is, but we will get into that later on down the road. But actually, you press C to open up your character menu, and you actually have nutrition stats. So, based on how, diverse your diet is, you actually will get more health points that way. So if you eat a good mix of fruit, vegetables, grains, and proteins, then you will actually have more than the standard 15 HP. So that is definitely something to consider. While I'm thinking about it, we should also go ahead and start getting some of this grass clipped. Now you will need a blade, such as a knife, to be able to do this. You cannot do this with your hand, but you cut this grass and you just pick up dry grass. That will be used once night falls to create our fire. So we'll just go ahead and grab a good bit of that. 18. That should be plenty because we just need. I think we just need one for the fire, and I think it's actually only one for the fire starter tool as well. So let's get back to gathering some cattails. Definitely need those right now, because we are running out of inventory space fast. Now back to our early game foods. You can actually cut the bottom section of these cattails off, these reeds. If you leave the bottom section, then they will regrow, but if you are desperate for food, you can cut the bottom section, and you will get a cattail root. I think these can be eaten raw, but no, you cannot eat them raw. You actually do have to cook them over fire, and I don't think they're particularly great, but definitely better than nothing if you're desperate for food. Alright guys, our knife has broken, so we will need to go ahead and craft up this new knife. There we go. Let's see, grab that flint. And this cattail. Excuse me. It's early in the morning. I just recently put my contacts in, so kind of getting used to the light around me and whatnot. Alright, let's go ahead and nap us out a flint axe head. You can actually sit by pressing G, which is kind of neat. Kind of fun to sit down to do your napping. Alright, and we will just need one stick and one axe head, and we now have an axe. Alright, let's go ahead and take some of these cattails and craft us some hand baskets. Perfect. We had enough to go ahead and get us 4 hand baskets. So as you can see, we now have, what's this, 12 additional inventory slots. Not a lot, but that's 12 more than we had. It's actually more than double, so I am not complaining. I will gather some more cattails along the way because we're going to want to craft a larger reed basket to put in our base once we actually settle down somewhere. That will be our early game chest, basically. But I think I'm going to hold off on doing that for a little bit. Focus on some other things first. Let's grab some more of these sticks. Now this ground here, as you can see, says blue clay and soil. That will be very useful. We'll definitely want to gather clay, not exactly right now, but pretty soon we'll be wanting to gather clay so that we can do some pottery. I have not made it that far into the game yet, but it is pretty early on in the game once you start getting into pottery, from what I understand, so hopefully we'll get there soon. Alright. I think maybe we should try to, let's check the map again real quick, just kind of see what our area looks like here. Yeah, I mean, this seems like a pretty decent spot, so let's try and see if we can dig out a hidey hole. To do that, we're going to need to do some more napping. We need a shovel head. Okay. Shovel head and 1 stick. Nets us a shovel. Now let's go ahead and move some of these things out of our way. Actually, we do want to keep the cranberries down here. Let's go ahead and nap us out a spearhead as well. Spear is a pretty good weapon from the get-go. Definitely are going to want that for hunting at least. Alright, so we'll craft some more spears later, but for now 1 will do. Let's see, let's just dig right here. Seems like a well enough spot. Now, we cannot bust up this rock just yet because we don't have a pickaxe. So we'll just kind of have to work around that until we can get our hands on a pickaxe, which I honestly am not sure when that will be. Shouldn't be long though. So I'm just gonna dig this out a little bit more and I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. So this is our little hidey hole. We'll just walk inside here. And not very spacious. A lot of rock in the way, but it'll work. So what we're gonna want to do, is it getting dark yet? Yeah, the sun's going down. It is starting to get dark. We'll probably end this episode here pretty soon. But let's go ahead and get a fire started. So we're gonna put a little shift click and then right click to put down a piece of your dry grass. That will begin constructing a fire pit, and you will need some firewood, which I have not gathered yet. I should get on that before we run out of daylight, which will be quite soon. Whew. Cutting it close here. And I'm wasting time to stop and pick up some flint. Hey, you know, it is what it is. Now, one nice thing here is just like the timber mod of old, you just chop the one and the whole tree falls. So that's nice. Sadly, that one wasn't very large, so we didn't get much wood out of that. So we will need to find us another tree. We'll Go ahead and take this guy. Timber! There we go. Get everything, a little bit of wood there. Okay, yeah, we should have enough wood for now. Oh, it's worth noting. A little bit of copper here. We can actually open up our map and throw down a marker right here. Call it copper, and we will make that orange. Pickaxe. Save that. Okay, then we can close out our map. Ooh, it is getting dark. We better get back to our hole and not fall in this hole. Excuse me. Though those berries would be nice. Now, can I find my way back to the hidey hole? Yes, yes I can. I knew it wasn't far. Wow. Mowed along a little bit there. Okay, and to finish our fire pit, actually, let's go ahead and throw up that so nobody barges in on us. To finish up our fire pit, we actually will be taking the maple logs, put them in our crafting menu with our flint axe to create firewood. We'll just go ahead and make a few of those. And you can actually hold shift and, well, never mind, I'm wrong. Okay, so you do actually have to right click on the fire pit with your firewood in hand. Sorry if you guys can't see this, we're about to get it lit up in just a moment. So you'll take one dry grass in the corner and 2 sticks around it to make a fire starter. Then you will hold shift and hold right click on the fire pit to actually start your fire. And voila! Fire has been started. Now you can right click on this, and you can even hit E to bring up your inventory, drag your firewood over there. That'll keep us nice and warm in our hidey hole. Bit low on food here. Eat our last couple of cranberries. We can cook this cattail root though. So all cooking items have a temperature that they must reach to be cooked. So you see this is 150 degrees Celsius. Well, our fire is burning at over 600 degrees Celsius, so that's not a problem. All items that can be burnt have a temperature, a max temperature that they will reach when burning. As you can see, our firewood maxes out at 700 degrees Celsius, which is plenty enough for cooking most of your basic foods, at least, I imagine. We'll go ahead and eat this cattail root. Give us a little bit of health back. Well, not health, a little bit of our hunger satiated. Alright guys, we're going to end the episode here for now. If you like this video, then please like and comment. And if you want to see more, then subscribe to my channel. I'll be putting out at least 1 to 2 videos per week now. So, catch you guys in the next one. Thank you.